So we can say N NSEs and BSEs are kind of
Okay. So as I took the example, I have picked up the phone and called my broker that I want 100 Reliance security at 100 rupees. But the time when I called, someone is there on the other side, right? So they are the front desk people. They are the one who are doing the first time handling of the trade. They are initiating it. You can say it as a front desk. That's why they are called as front office. The one who is facing the client, the one who is facing the investment manager, the one who is talking at the front is front office. Usually in the banks, in investment bank, front office is again a very high paid job. Again, it is something which is very critical because you are the first front, you are the face of the entire financial institute or the bank. You have to be very crisp, very clear, very concise in terms of what you want to hear from the client and how you are perceiving that information. So that is where the entire front office is all about. Then comes to the middle office. Who is middle office? By any chance, can you now able to gauge? Can you now able to connect? Who is middle office? No? Alright, so again, as I said in my previous example, when in the phone, client or the asset manager said, I want 100 quantity of Reliance, and the front office person who is on the broker side heard that the client want 100 quantity of Religare. There is a mismatch. Who will validate that information? Who will cover that information? Who will confirm that information? Is the middle office folks. Let me tell you in this way, this is one of the most hot job at the moment in the market. More than front office, more than back office, middle office is something which is the need of the hour because client is also paying for this service to the banks. They are paying heavily because they want to ensure that in this entire cycle, there is no risk of getting the wrong trade settled, right? And then once it is validated, back office is no one but the people like the accounting folks who are sitting in the back office, who are doing the bookings, who are making sure the reconciliation happens, who are making sure the trade which is required to be settled is getting settled and the money is getting moved. And here comes the role of custodian. As soon as the security gets into the investment bank, it gets handed over to custodian. Makes sense? And that is where the role of custody, when we initially were talking about, custodian, the father of the friend who have taken the grains. So you can correlate this entire process of buying the grains of a particular quality at a particular price is getting to the godown is the responsibility of front office, middle office and back office. And who is the custodian? The father. He will take the custody of the grain. And here in financial term, the custody will be taken by the custodian of the securities. Make sense? And nutshell, in a very nutshell, at very 10,000 feet, I'll just talk about clearing firm and commercial bank. So clearing firm is nothing else but the broker dealer, the services provider or the broker, or maybe a counterparty sometimes who ensure that the trade which is being floated by the asset manager in the market is getting cleared. These clearing firms are government institute as well. These clearing firms are appointed by the asset management companies in some shape or form as well, because sometimes the asset management companies, say for example, Prudential is one of the high-end asset managers in financial market. In India, we know them by ICICI Prudential, but globally they are the Prudentials. In India, they came with a merger, with a joint venture with ICICI. Prudential sometimes, what they do is they give the money to asset manager. I mean, they take the money from the customer, and when they do the trading, they want to be 100% sure. So they appoint their broker along with their broker dealer. They appoint their clearing firms as well, so that they are sure that the trade is getting settled. it is not failing, it is not getting pending, there's no risk into that trading. So that is where the clearing firm comes into picture. And commercial bank is nothing else but people like us who, kind of working into investment banking, and then they are working to and fro with this entire cycle. Make sense? I'll pause here and look out for any comments, anything which you feel you want to ask now. No? Are we good?
Yes.
Exchange.
All right, thank you.
No, I have some questions here.
Sure.
How about exchanges? Where would exchanges will fall in
Okay.
that cycle?
Right. Right. So this entire flow that I just now talked about is more from investment banking, internal perspective, in-house perspective. Now the question that you asked is something which is more of from external world perspective. So as soon as this trade settles, you can say this trade, or you can see from here, this custodian, the information goes to the custodian. Before these wings, always the trade flows to in and out from exchanges. So exchanges are nothing else but the institute where the real trade happens. Exchanges are the one who facilitates the trading. Say for example, you want to buy apple. Where will you go? You'll go to vegetable market or fruit market, right? That is like an exchange. This entire process that we talked about is more from how the purchase happens, how buy and sell happens, but the exchanges is there in this entire orbit. Without exchanges, that is the marketplace where it is happening. This is the platform. Exchanges provides the platform to have this entire trade flow. And it fits into every orbit like this: orders and execution. Make sense?
Yes, yes, it makes sense. Yeah.
Thank you. Any other question? No? Thank you. Now, the types of securities. Here we talked about trade. Again, I'm going back to when you have 10,000 rupees and you have given it to asset management company for investment. How it will grow to 11,000 once they are doing the trade through this entire trade life cycle. But where they will invest, what they will do, what kind of securities they will trade into, right? That is how your money gets into action. That is how your money gets into the market. These securities are nothing else but the mode of investment. Make sense? Now the securities are of different type. Securities are not just, you can say those are just more a piece of paper, but they have different nature. And you choose the nature of security, or you choose the security basis on the nature of the fund. Initially we talked about, in this slide, we talked about growth, income and balanced. Basis on the objective of the fund, the securities investment manager choose. So say for example, if I want to invest money for a very long period of time, but I don't want to take risk, probably I'll choose bond. And if the fund, the nature of the fund allows me not to invest, or it didn't allow me to invest into bond because the nature of the fund is, the money should be doubled in just 60 days. Then where should I put the money? Stocks. Because stocks are very fluctuating, very risky, but those can give higher returns in a very short period of time. So that is how I means asset manager chooses the security. It is not just his thought process. It is not just today I want to invest in equity, he can. No. The nature of the fund is the grid. That is how he can make the investment decisions. Now,